Hey Julia, how's it going? So, as you know, I was on the road a little while ago for my sister's basketball tournament. It's been a while since I've spent so long in a car with my family, and it felt weird with Avery missing. It's not that anything exciting happened. Battles over the radio station, frequent Tim Horton runs, and lots of homework I didn't want to touch. That's been happening to me a lot lately. The homework thing. You tell yourself, gosh, I have to do some homework, but oh my gosh, it's so boring. Then you try to motivate yourself by saying, well, maybe I'll just ease myself into the zone by doing the slightly more appealing option first. But that's the very trap. There is no appealing option. Linear algebra homework that I don't understand, or mechanics homework that I don't understand. There isn't much of a dilemma, because it's like asking yourself if you want to run into a burgundy brick wall or a maroon brick wall. It doesn't frickin' matter. So, setting my homework aside, I decided to pop in the earphones and just look outside. It is very rare that I just sit down and do nothing. Just listening to music without impatiently changing the song after every 2 beats. Just staring out the window. Until my car sickness kicked in, of course. But, until that point, I felt a familiar serenity just sitting in the backseat of the car, peering into a small corner of the world through an even smaller window, surrounded by openness and a vast expanse that is slightly less touched by man than our little suburbia. But then you look to the road, and you realize, well, man has touched everything. I'm not the first, nor the last person to travel here, and in thinking this, I tried to think of a mysterious beginning, where the beaten pavement was dust, and all the signs didn't exist. Can you imagine being the person that was given the job to put up road signs? As the car I was in cruised forward, I wondered, what would happen if the signs didn't exist? God, what is my existence? What is humanity? After snapping out of my dazed thoughts, I realized, man, you've got to be pretty bored if you're thinking of the monotony of putting up road signs and then asking yourself about the meaning of humanity. Quick check, and yeah. Homework's still burning a hole in the back part of the front seat pouch, just screaming, Shelby, come and surrender yourself to my boringness! Well, what to do? See, here's the thing. A friend lent me a full season of a TV series a few months back trying to convince me to get started, and I figured I wouldn't have much of an excuse if I didn't start it on the road. What was the series called again? Well, I guess the thumbnail kind of spoiled. Julia, you lent me Supernatural a long time ago, and I've finally watched the pilot episode. So, before I tell you how I found it, I'm just going to state the obvious for a sec. I am a fearful person. I can't watch horror movies. Scratch that, I can't even watch Criminal Minds. I still race up the basement stairs when I'm home alone, or even when I'm not. Wimpiness aside, how do you think I enjoyed it? Just in case you forgot the pilot, it's about the woman in white who kills unfaithful travelers. Not that a couple middle-aged adults and their awkward teenage child are unfaithful, but I really had to watch the episode with the creepy hitchhiker in a car. I'm very sorry, but this show is kind of a recipe for nightmares. I honestly don't have a lot of time on my hands to try to get into this right at this moment, but I'll give it another chance after exams. Oh, and by the way, Sam or Dean? Julia, I'll see you on Sunday. Stay insane!
Hi Shelby, so today I'm going to be making my ice cream like you asked me to. We are in the kitchen, and I'm going to tell you what my ingredients